Hello and welcome everyone in Marex land. We are on board the biggest 31-foot boat in the market. This is the Marex 310. And today we're just taking a quick look at some of her beautiful features. This is a beautiful family day boat. Yes, she will serve excellently as a cruising yacht, and you can live on board very comfortably for some extended time, maybe some long weekends or a few weeks here and there. But something else I like to point out is the fact that there are several engine options on every Marex, and particularly this 310. So you can have twin application, you can have stern drive, you can have single. Looking back here at the stern, you can see that we have a good sized swim platform, but more importantly, we have some mezzanine seating, and in that seating is very deep storage. We also have beautifully finished side decks, but what if the weather turns on us? Of course, we can go ahead and close the sunroof, but here's something that is part of the Marex DNA, and this is extremely well done and very well engineered. So with the simple pull of one hand, we can completely enclose the cockpit. There's no snaps, there's no buttons, and there's no zippers. Being able to close off this aft end and heat or air conditioning truly makes this a 3-season boat and helps to make your boating experience that much more enjoyable. There are actually 2 sunroofs on this boat. So the aft end for the cockpit simply slides back, and then the forward hatch also slides back. Very convenient, very fast. So it locks in place. When you unlock it, one little pull. One of the other things about the 310 is just how much space is on this particular boat. It definitely feels like a much larger family cruising yacht. The helm, very well appointed, beautiful, soft, plush, luscious helm seat. And then we get into our main cockpit seating area. And then over on port side, we have our companion seat. Equally as comfortable, equally as beautiful. The fit and finish on a Marex is actually exceptional. It's one of the reasons that this brand, not only being around 50 years, but is one of the most awarded brands in the entire world. Something I like to point out to boaters is to really dig into the details. So when you look at even simple spaces and how things are put together on a Marex, you'll notice things. You'll notice a level of quality that is extremely hard to find in boats this size. It's usually something you'll see in boats 50 foot plus, but that's again one of the key selling points of a Marex is these are luxury family cruising yachts. A few items to point out here in this galley down design. Look at the size of the companionway. This brings a light down below, making it feel as if you're still topside in the salon or cockpit. And there is plenty of counter space. Everything is well thought out, very well finished, and plenty of storage. Below and to starboard is a very nicely sized head. This is a wet head, but as you can see, it's not an afterthought. Plenty of room, full shower enclosure that wraps around on the track here on the overhead, and large side windows. The quality is in the materials used, so every single Marex utilizes the finest materials. Just aft of the head is the midships berth. A few clever things going on here. It's actually a very good sized berth down here. And because we want to get light and air everywhere, clever little hatch over here to the side leading back to the cockpit. Again, you'll notice the side windows with an opening port light and excellent joiner work, fit and finish on materials. We do have a full-size hanging locker and standing headroom for when you're getting dressed. Closing off the companionway is very simple. We have a sliding companionway hatch, and then we have this, which conveniently hides away and looks like a step. Going all the way forward is the master and the forepeak, and again, very large side windows. But an important note in this particular space is it is quiet. It is quiet down here underway, and it's also quiet in here with a lot of noise all around, as we have here at the Con Boat Show. But what I'm looking for is the fit and finish, the seams, how things are put together. And this is just a very, very finely finished space. And you can tell from the materials chosen, everything from the premium LED lighting to the overhead upholstery materials is really first rate on this particular Marex 310. And in our tests and sea trials of this particular boat, the handling was outstanding. Now remember, Marex is a Norwegian company, and because of that, the hull design and the performance of these boats is equally as important as the fit and finish. And I can tell you that this 310 is a little sports car. It is fun to drive, it handles big water, it's efficient. At the helm itself, we have the binnacle. This happens to have a twin Mercury installation on board. And so, of course, we have the joystick, makes docking safer, makes it more convenient, and it gives a new captain a little bit more assurance that they're not going to mess it up when they're coming into the dock. This boat has phenomenal maneuverability within tight marinas, and something you should note, looking forward here, I can see objects very close because of the shear line and how the bow dips down. And then one of the last items we have is the forward pad. So there's some really cool options that Marex has, and one of those is the fact that you can order a floating pad. So because it's waterproof, you don't need to put a cover on it at the end of the day, but you can take it off, throw it in the water, and float on it. So that's just our quick look at the Marex 310, the biggest 31-foot boat in the market.